Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream from Rainwater Studios. It's a wild and crazy Wednesday night. We've had traffic accidents, we've had cancellations, we've had last-minute substitutions, and it's normally pretty hectic in here without all that. So thank you for tuning in. It's going to be a wonderful, fun evening. We've got Chris Wolfe and Eric Hamblen in here with me. Coot Crabtree could not make it. The storm is something of a doozy out there. Coot, we'll look forward to seeing you next time, buddy. Mandy, thank you so much for your hard work getting this thing ready. It's been crazy in here, like I said. We want to show you a little clip from last week. Our good buddy Steve Plessinger is in here, and we're starting a bit of programming that we like to call the best chorus, or top chorus. I haven't decided yet, but this is the best. It all came together for this one, ladies and gentlemen. The cinematography of Mandy Rozier, the performance of Steve Plessinger, and the audio work of one Eric Hamblen in this clip from The Kraken.
When the waves crash against the bow, we try to take cover, but we don't know how. We find the captain's quarters and pass that bottle round, and go wrestle with the Kraken another round.
Yes, like I said, that was Steve Plessinger with The Kraken, ladies and gentlemen. I love how all of the elements came together, and it looked like the sun was shining in the window on Steve's face. Like he's an angel, and I love that song. Good work on that one. We're doing our best. How do you like your new joystick, Mandy?
Oh, it's very exciting.
Very exciting. You're handling it well. Handling it well. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're excited to bring to you our good friend that often runs the sound for us here. He's doing
Our video?
Oh yeah, there's things we're supposed to do. Do check out this wonderful promo video shot for us by none other than Justin Drake. And we'll be right back with you after we check and make sure that our audio is right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kenan Rainwater. I'm your host this evening at Rainwater Studios, and tonight I have the pleasure of introducing you to my good friend, Eric Hamblen. Hello, Eric. How are you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing pretty well. Got an exciting night of music ahead of us, and I have a couple questions for you. The first one is, I know you're a musician locally. How do you perceive your artistic contribution to the local music community? as an asset to this community? What?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the most, or at least the biggest part I can do is songwriting and trying to be there for other artists when they get stuck on something. I think that's one of my not only favorite things to do, but it's one of my best features is my songwriting and the ability to come up with a line or two and try to help people out when I can.
I agree. That is a great talent of yours. I got to witness that with Heather Elkins when she came in for a stream not too long ago and needed help finishing a song.
Yeah.
You did a great job. Thank you. And then second question, how do you feel about your contribution to the community as a whole? I know you're working on a podcast. Maybe what's your goal there?
Well, overall, keep from getting bored. But for the most part, I want to help small businesses, local and not so local, to tell people. The original idea was to tell people, give information about the COVID and how people are cutting hours or like that. But eventually, I just want to also let people know that there's some small businesses out there they may not known about. So I'm using them as advertisers. Lots of times it's just me talking. Sometimes I have guests. I hope to have more guests in the future where I actually go to their place. And so mostly it's just to try to put as much artistic value as I can and have fun with it.
I caught a little bit of your last stream from a pottery studio in Trafalgar. That was very informative. And I was able to cue in some people that didn't know that there's a pottery studio available.
Yeah, she's amazing, and we had a blast doing it, so check it out. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Eric. Looking forward to hearing your songs.
Thank you.
Hello.
This first song I'm going to do is called Brown County Stone. I wrote this because I grew up in and around Brown County, and I just thought that, I don't know, just reminds me of when I was younger. So let's just put it that way. Got my Chevy loaded down with everything that I own, and I'm off to another town. I ain't no damned old rodeo, I'm just a singer, or at least I'm trying to be. I don't make a killing, no. Half the time I played for free, and I don't feel much these days. Most of the time I'm numb, but I always smile when they ask me where I'm from. And I say I live my life like a rolling stone, traveling these roads of my home. Times I just seem to lose my way, but when I do, I get back to the hills and hollers, my tried and true. It's where I want to be at the end of the day. So if I die somewhere from home, get me back to Salt Creek Road and cover me up with a Brown County stone. I remember driving down all them back roads, just a boy running around, no particular place to go. There was a girl back on Bittersweet Lane, I think she loved me. I went and caused her so much pain. Ain't it funny how a memory can hit you just like that and take you back home, no matter where you're at. But I live my life like a rolling stone, traveling these roads of my own. Times I just seem to lose my way, but when I do, I get back to the hills and hollers, my tried and true. It's where I want to be at the end of the day. If I die somewhere from home, get me back to Salt Creek Road and cover me up with a Brown County stone, please. live my life like a rolling stone, traveling these roads on my own. Sometimes I just seem to lose my way. Hey, if I do, I get back to the hills and hollers, but tried and true. It's where I want to be at the end of the day. But if I die somewhere from home, get me back to Salt Creek Road and cover me up with a Brown County stone. Cover me up with that Brown County stone. Oh, that was Brown County Stone. This next song, I heard a very good argument one time about between addiction and disease, and I thought, well, there's really no debate when it comes to matters of the heart. So I kind of wrote this about a little bit of heartbreak. So. I can hear that train rolling on down the line. I can see that lightning flashing all across the sky. I can feel the wind blowing, a storm's coming out to play. And I taste your salty kiss as I watched you walk away. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Lordy mama, I wish I had a rehab for you. Well, I tried meditation to help me find some peace. Taking medication, I didn't get no relief. I've been to all the churches, try to ease my pain, and I drink up all the whiskey, try to forget your name. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Lordy mama, I wish I had a rehab for you. Yeah. Well, I've tried everything, done all I can do to get you out of my system, get me over you. But every time I see you, I fall down on my knees and I crawl back to you. Tell me it's a disease. I wish that I could say we were through. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I wish I had a rehab for you, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't smoke no powder, I don't smoke that crack cocaine. Loving you is like a needle in my vein. I tried everything, I've done all I can do to get you out my system and get me over you. But every time I see you, I fall down on my knees and I crawl back to you. Tell me it's a disease. Wish that I could say we were through. Oh, honey, just don't know what I'm gonna do. I wish I had a rehab for you, yeah. Yeah, I wish that I could say we were through. Oh, honey, just don't know what I'm gonna do. I wish I had a rehab for you, yeah. Oh, I wish they do. for you. There you go. So that's kind of a fun, sort of. Maybe not the content, but it's fun to play. So, my last song. First, I want to say thank you so much to have Kenan let me come out here and do a couple, and not necessarily back there doing the sound, but I enjoy doing both. But this is really cool. So I love the studio, all of its changes. It's just amazing what they're doing here now. So tell your friends about it, and if you got any artists that are out there wanting to get something recorded, or got a song they need a little help with or whatever, I guarantee come to the studio, they will help you out. It's affordable, and definitely there's your commercial. So matter of fact, this song I'm getting ready to do is we recorded it here I'm in a band called South of 44. Very proud to be a part of that band, and we did our first album right here at Rainwater Studio, and Kenan did an absolutely fabulous job helping us out with that. Yeah, look at that. A little smoke in here scared me, I'm not gonna lie. This is the first song on the album. This is going to be obviously a little bit different version because the band's not here to rock it out with me. Check it out. It's called Ashes. You can find it on all the platforms. But this song is called Ashes in a Whiskey Bottle. And I hope you like it. I drank myself to death. I put myself in a hole of regret. I never flew too close to the sun. I've done all these things under my own gun. I don't find no peace of mind. I left you broke down, hurt and crying, as I move into the night, asking you this, my girl, I know it ain't right. Oh, when I die, just strike the match. My blood's like gasoline. I know I'll go up fast. Yeah, where I go, you can't follow. Just putting my ashes in a whiskey bottle, in a whiskey bottle. I'll leave you my message, my memory to save. I don't need no tombstone, no one to visit my grave. 'Cause I learned too late, the truth will be seen, that I lived my life broke, drunk, and mean. Oh, when I die, just strike the match. My blood's like gasoline. I know I'll go up fast. Yeah, where I go, you can't follow. Just putting my ashes in a whiskey bottle, There you go, Ashes and Whiskey Ball. Check it out on the Ashes album from South of 44. It's a rockin' version. A lot of stuff on there, some country, some all kinds of rock, but it's a fun album, so go check out. And once again, thank you, Kenan and Mandy, for letting me come out here and do this. Stick around. 2 more artists that are going to kick butt. So.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Hamblen. I am a part-time sound guy here, and tonight I'm a part-time host interviewing the main host, Mr. Kenan Rainwater. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So happy to be here. So I got a couple questions for you. So how do you feel your contribution to the music community, what do you think that's getting out there? What do you feel like you're doing?
Well, I like to think that my contribution to the musical community is something of a curator of otherwise unknown music, maybe of music that otherwise wouldn't find an audience. And I think that the local musical community is a special thing. I haven't lived in many other places, but what I've experienced here is pretty amazing, and I'd like for the rest of the world to partake in some of the music created in South Central Indiana.
That's cool. Yeah, it is almost hard to think about, like, is every town like this? Because I don't think it is, but I hope it is.
Yeah.
So what do you want your contribution to be overall?
Well, besides making my own music and sharing that with a somewhat limited audience, I would like to strengthen the rest of the community. Just besides the musical community, I'd like to see the musical community and the artistic community as a whole strengthen the greater community by raising awareness of the goods and services that are available locally, as well as drawing awareness to the artistic abilities of the people that are local here. I believe that art and music are unifying forces in society, and especially in today's society, I think we can use all the unifying forces that we can get. I love seeing people come together around music and around art. It's, I believe, the pinnacle of society. Everything else, all the day jobs we work, all the work we do, supports. It's the underlying foundation for the arts, and it's what everything else rests on. It's kind of why we do the rest of the things we do, so that we can have culture and achievements.
I'm just one guy, but I think you're on a well-paved road because you're doing great so far with that. So I know we're going to have a lot of great things come out of this area and the studio in the days to come. So good job.
Well, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to playing a few songs for you all. In Coot Crabtree's absence, he couldn't make it with the snowstorm that's on us now. And we wish him the best, and we'll see him next time. We'll get him back on the schedule and have him in here. Thank you, Eric.
Hey, thank you.
I really enjoyed that Bryan County Stone video. I'm filling in for Mr. Coot Crabtree, and I'm pulling my set list off of a list of songs sent to me by my good friend, patron of the studios, Lisa Williams. She asked me to make her an album, a custom album, comprised of her requests of her favorite songs that I do. So here's 3 more for you, Lisa, starting off with Dakota Curtis's Harlan County. Too young a man to settle, there ain't a lot I've seen her done. Drive my daddy's old Ford, it ain't much but it'll run. I pump gas down at the station, washing windows, pulling weeds. The day that I get out, it's gonna be the finest day I ever see. But until I get some money, well, I'm stuck here in this town. There ain't a job in Harlan County that could keep me hanging around.
granddad farmed tobacco, 100 acres to his name. He passed them down to daddy, pass them down to me just the same. And I could work them fields forever, or I could sell it all away. Break my back down in the coal mines, keep pumping gas or learn to paint. But I ain't gonna slave away, get stuck here in this town. There ain't a job in Harlan County that could keep me hanging round. I dated Annie back in high school. She waits tables on the square. I go most days for coffee. She's always got a flower in her hair. Some nights we go out dancing, driving back roads holding hands. She says we could get married, but I know it's 'cause the pickings round here slim. She's as pretty as a ring of a bell. I'd love to take her out on the town, but there ain't a girl in Harlan County that could make me settle down. Lenny comes to my door crying, says she can't take to see me leave. If I'm getting out, well, then she wants to be there next to me. She's been saving up some money, and it could get us someplace far. Find work somewhere out west, get a little house on a farm. We could go down to the courthouse, she could take my name and we could hit the road. There ain't a thing in Harlan County I can take with me when I go. There ain't a thing in Harlan County I can take with me when I go. All right, that was Harlan County by Dakota Curtis. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our new lighting director. Just joined us a few minutes ago, Peyton Rogers, running lights for us. Thank you very much, Peyton. There's a little fob there with 4 numbers on it, and that is your smoke remote. If you want to throw down any smoke, press the number 1, and it'll shoot a little smoke out there. It's hanging from the holder for that iPad there. There you go. Thank you, Peyton. You're doing a great job. I'd like to take a moment to thank Eric Hamblen for running the sound while I'm up here, Mandy Roger for running the cameras. You guys are doing great. Really appreciate you. This next song I'm going to play is one from way back in 2015 when I made a solo album. This is a song from my daughter Eleanor. It's called No Home Without You. What's the sense of being happy? There ain't no point in being blue. What's the use of being homesick? There's no home without you. There's no home without you. Used to run when there was danger. I would climb and get away. I've grown more foolish now and braver to let my heart endure this pain. To let my heart endure this pain. Watch you use your imagination. How I love the way you play. You're more foolish now or brave. To let my heart endure this pain. To let my heart endure this pain. Miss you deep as hilltop wells, and as long as country streams, in the ringing of the bells, and in the dreaming of my dreams, and in the dreaming of my dreams. Wanna give you something special. It's not shiny, but it's new. Not a rock from precious metal. Just a kiss from me to you. Just a kiss from me to you. What's the sense in being happy? There ain't no point in being blue, 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 blue. What's the use of being homesick, baby? There's no home without you. There's no home without you. There's no home without you. There's no home without you for Eleanor Rainwater. Next tune I'm going to play for you was released on an album back in, I think it was 2014. The Indiana Boys recorded The Ballad of Anna Lee, and we released it on an album called This Modern World. This one was written by Joe Bollinger, a fellow that I graduated high school with, an excellent banjo player and songwriter, and fabulous storyteller. This is a bit of a dark tale from the Wild West. But it's cool in the morning, hot in the evening sun. Our sins brought Jesus to the earth, and he died for everyone. Even that bad outlaw who stole young Anna Lee. Spring of 1864, across the lone prairie. My father was a miller, my mother died too young. Folks here made me sheriff when I turned 21. 'Cause I could shoot the lights out and still her on the fly. Or face down some drunk Skinner, look him in the eye. Oh, Anna Lee, don't you try to run. He'll just shoot you in the back with his 44 gun. Even if you can't escape, you'll die an awful fight. Lose your scalp or starve to death alone out on the plain. You might lose your scalp or starve to death alone out on the plain. That's right. Come gather round me, riders, yeah, listen up to me. We'll head out on the prairie for to rescue Anna Lee. We'll string up that bad outlaw in some lonely tree so high, and prove the laws of God and man you cannot defy. Oh, Anna Lee, don't you try to run. He'll just shoot you in the back with your 44 gun. Even if you can't escape, you'll die an awful fight. Lose your scalp or starve to death alone out on the plain. You might lose your scalp or starve to death alone out on the plain. Well, let's really ride. We found her in the morning, her dress was rent apart. Her lifeless eyes were staring where the sky and prairie part. So I mumbled through a hymn about her victory and death. We never found that outlaw, no, she took another breath. Though many years later, I found that outlaw's grave. He died rich and happy at the age of 98. And I can only pray that he met his just reward for what he did to our Annalie in the spring of 64. For what he did to our Annalie in the spring of 64. All right. That was the Ballad of Annalie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And up next is Mr. Chris Wolfe.
Hello, I'm Kenan Rainwater, your host this evening, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to my good friend Chris Wolfe. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm not unwell. Thank you, Kenan. I hope you're not too.
That's debatable, I suppose. Thanks for coming down. I know it was a treacherous drive from Mooresville, and just have a couple questions for you before we get to hear you play some of your sweet tunes, buddy. One question: how do you feel about your contribution to the musical community? I know you run the open mic at Square Cat Vinyl, and you also host an indie song name game where you give people a topic to write a song around. Are there other things that you're doing that I don't know about?
I don't know how long it's going to last, but I've done a couple of radio shows on WQRT, the local station in Garfield Park, and it's the Square Cat Vinyl Open Mic Songwriters Radio Hour, and so I've done 2 of those, and I'm hoping that turns into semi-regular. So that's exciting. And no, I used to do the Songwriter Showcase, but that lasted 4 years. But that's how I met a lot of people in the scene, and I just try to help as much as I can.
Excellent. Where on the dial is that radio show?
99.1 FM, and it's also WQRTFM.org.
Right on. And what nights when Square Cat probably is not doing any of the open mic right now, right? But that was typically Wednesday nights, was it?
No, it was typically the 3rd Monday of the month. But this show is it's a local show on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, and they have different hosts every week. I was just fortunate enough to be asked to curate a songwriters open mic show, and so I've had 12 performers on the first one, and I got 12 on the second one, and then I contribute a song on there. So and the cool thing is it's not like you have to do it live, or you have to. I mean, people can send in produced songs off of their CDs or their Bandcamp release or whatever they got. It doesn't have to be raw like it is at the open mic, which I think that's cool to show what can become of the performers that play the open mics. I really feel that open mic is really detrimental to every musician's career starting out. Don't you think that that's when I get so many young kids that have never been on a stage, and that gives them that exposure and gives them some of them the fever.
Yeah, it's definitely necessary to get your feet wet on a smaller stage. That's kind of our motif here, and we can tell you more about that later. But one more question for you before we get on with performance. How do you feel about the impact of your music in the greater community?
Well, Kenan, nobody's ever heard of me. I just have fun with it. I don't take it too seriously. If you listen to my music, you can tell that I don't take it real seriously. I have some serious songs, but I don't take those seriously either. I just have fun with it, and maybe someday when I'm dead, my kids will say, "Hey, my old man put out some records. Here they are." I don't listen to them, but you might want to hear them. So, No, I think that my biggest contribution to the music scene is helping and promoting other local musicians, and that seems to be the passion that has enveloped me over the years.
Right on. Well, we certainly appreciate it. We appreciate your albums. Thank you for coming in, and look forward to your set.
Thank you, Kenan. What's up? I'm going to do some songs that aren't on any of my records. This is one that just kind of fell in my lap. It's called Slow Rollin'. Got no guitar, got some songs. Shoot. Got no guitar, it's got old strings, got some old songs like to sing. You might like them, you might not, but don't really matter, cause it's all I got. And I'm slow rolling, that's what I do. Try to take it easy, baby, how about you? Slow rolling, it's alright. Slow rolling tonight. Ain't too tall, ain't too short. Don't play ball, but I'm a good sport. Ain't too thin, ain't too fat, but I never miss a meal. I can tell you that I'm slow rolling, that's what I do. Try to take it easy, baby, how about you? Slow rolling, it's alright. Slow rolling tonight. Bop, 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 bop. Got mom's wit, my dad's good looks, got a good woman, my best friend. That's the only thing I need in the end, cause I'm slow rolling, that's what I do. Like take it easy, baby, how about you? Slow rolling, it's alright. Slow rolling tonight. Slow rolling, that's what I do. I like take it easy, baby, how about you? Slow rolling, it's alright. Slow rolling tonight. Slow rolling tonight. Slow rolling. That was a false start at the beginning there, and we will edit that out on the DVD. Okay, let's see. This next one, Kenan mentioned that I'm part of a group called the Indie Song Name Game. It's on Facebook, and every once in a while we'll throw a prompt out, and you write a song using that prompt somewhere in the song. These next two songs were born from that group, and this was just an interesting little thing that came out of the prompt self-storage unit. You had to use that in a song. So here's what I came up with. Woke up on the floor in a self-storage unit. The cold cement was soothing against my aching head. Don't quite remember exactly how I got here, but I'm feeling pretty good that I didn't wake up dead. Found a driver's license in my front pocket, $20 bill in the bottom of my shoe. The driver's license has a picture of me on it, so I'm guessing that the name belongs to me too. And I'm feeling pretty good for a Monday. Not the worst time I ever had. Parts of it are still a little fuzzy, but all in all I'd say don't really feel too bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Found a sweet walking stick propped up in the corner. Nice hat laying on the floor. The sun felt good shining on my body when I rolled up that self-storage unit door. I'm headed to the address printed on the license. Can't wait to see it. I hope they got some booze. Probably
got a job I ought to call into. I'll say I'm running late, but I got a good excuse and I'm feeling pretty good for a Monday. It's not the worst time I ever had. Parts of it are still a little fuzzy, but all in all I'd say, don't really feel too bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't really feel too bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll just leave you hanging there. Self-storage unit. I don't understand what happened there, but... And then before I finish my little set here with my last song, I'd like to thank Kenan and Mandy for having me down at the studio again. Man, the place. I love what you've done with the place. It looks fabulous. It was cool last time I was here, but it's grown exponentially. It really looks nice. And they do great work. Mandy's over there working the wizard thing with the videos. And you guys, if you need a video made, hit them up, Rainwater Studios. And join their Patreon, too. You could hear me making jokes and stuff before the show on the live stream if you were a Patreon member. This last song is was another prompt song, and the prompt was Almost Home. And so I don't call it that. I called this song Married to the Mob. Hello, honey. Tell me about your day. You're all that I've been thinking about since I went away. But me and Eddie got this thing we gots to do. As soon as we take care of that, I'm headed home to you. And I'm almost home, just need to get a gun. I'm almost home, oh I really miss you, hun. I'm almost home, first I gotta get some. I'm almost home, home to you my love. Tell me about the kids, they doing well in school? Jimmy's selling weed, wow, that's pretty cool. And little Joey's taking bets on a high school football game. Well, he's a chip off the old block. That's why he shares my name. And I'm almost home. Just need to get some rope. I'm almost home. Back into your loving arms, I hope. I'm almost home. First I gotta bust a couple heads and then I'm almost home. To snuggle up with you in bed. Some couples find themselves caught up in a bind. Sometimes the middle ground can seem so hard to find. Separate your career and marriage, it's the best way by far. Your job is what you do, it isn't who you are. And I'm almost home. First I gotta get some duct tape. I'm almost home, I'm so glad you make me keep in shape. I'm almost home. First I gotta dig this big hole and then I'm almost home. I love you heart and soul. We had that thing in Cleveland and Tony had us stop. Over in Detroit, Paulie skimming off the top. And then a quick stop in Chicago to break some loser's legs. And don't you worry, honey, I'll pick up the milk and eggs. And I'm almost home. Just need to get the car. I'm almost home. Oh, our love has come so far. I'm almost home. Uh-oh, the cops are on my tail. I'm almost home. Can you come post my bail? Hello, honey. Honey, there's some money in the sugar bowl. And that hollowed out Bible in the nightstand, it's got some cash in it. You can see Tony for the rest. I'm sure he's good for it. Hello? Hello, honey. Karen? Karen? Married to the mob. Thanks, guys.
Very well played, Mr. Wolfe.
I blew lines left and right on that. Jeez.
Well, you still had us cracking up out there with some of the lines that you did remember. That was great. But Seriously Folk is your latest release, right?
That is, yes.
Yeah, check that out. Is that on all the streaming platforms?
It
Did you
is.
go that
It's
route?
available wherever you hear real music.
And that's but with 2 T's, Seriously
Folk.
Folk. Yes. Thank you, Chris Wolfe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to, in a moment, we're going to play our little studio video, so you'll still have time to vote on which one is your favorite Chris Wolfe song from this set. The voting process is to help us determine which songs we will add to a quarterly compilation album of local artists that have been featured here in Rainwater Studios. So we do appreciate your input. We will also put our input in there, and we'll ask the artists what they think their best song was, and in some manner we will determine which songs go on this quarterly compilation. If you'd like to get a hold of that quarterly compilation, check out our Patreon page. There are many tiers there. The lowest tier, $5, gets you into the patrons only group on Facebook, where we stream before the show, during our sound check, and we will stream in just a few minutes after we shut down this public stream. We will do some collaborative efforts. I'm going to see if these guys will thrill us with some freestyle song creation based on your input or our patrons' input on what the subject matter should be. So you have to, you won't be able to forget words because you will never have made them up in the first place. You'll just have to bring them out. So we'll do that for, until we get tired later to the Patrons Only group on Facebook. Do check out our Patreon page, Rainwater Studios, Brown County. Let's see. Anything else, Mandy? That's about it.
Drive safe.
Drive safe. It's sloppy nasty out there. Enjoy this video. Thank you for voting on your favorite songs from our sets. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll catch you next week when we feature Michael Mulder, Steve Hickman, and Barry Elkins live on the stream from Rainwater Studios. Thank you. Good night.